Good evening, it's your man Earl. Late night, Sunday night, about to get ready to go to bed. Gonna put this video out there right quickly. November 4th, day 308, Sunday, and we are wrapping it up, getting ready to go to bed. Actually, we're about an hour behind schedule now, but you know, with the daylight, well, I can't say savings. I guess it is savings because they turned them back, but we know how we feel about that. So, really quickly, I want to talk about today one choice. Today during worship service, we talked about one choice, and I want to put this out in the environment because we sometimes don't realize that one simple choice can change your whole life for the next 30, 40 years. And the subject matter today was when the people of God were at Kadesh. Now, there's a couple different ways that people pronounce this. I'm just going to say, I'm not going to use the full word or the full title of the city, but I will say this. The story is when they were at, well, the story is in Numbers chapter 10, 11, 14, and then verse 45, and then you find the same duplicate story in, of course, Deuteronomy chapter 1, I think, beginning with verse 19 is where we came from today. But we talked about when the Most High God told them to go get Canaan, go get the land, and the people were very skeptical, and to the point where they convinced Moses to put together a recon team, if you will. And Moses says, "It pleased me to do this," or "it seemed good to me to do this." And this kind of depends on what Bible version you're reading. And no record do we ever find God telling Moses to do this. God expects us to believe him, take his word for it. And the sin here is the sin of unbelief. And that's opposite. That is the opposite of faith. And what happened is these people were completely sold out to unbelief. They did not believe what the word of the Lord was to them or regarding them. So I need you to understand this as we close out day November 4th, day 308. One choice can change a generation. One choice can keep a generation wandering. One choice can bless a whole generation. It can affect the whole generation. So whatever God has told you to do, I challenge you to do it. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Whatever God has told you to do, excuse me, do it. Do not worry about how. Obey God. It also says in the story in the Bible that God tells his people that I'm going to go before you. I'm going to go before you and drive the people out like bees. So I need you to understand this day, November 4th, 308 on the calendar as we wind down this year. Make 2019 a year of faith. Finish this year out with walking in his word and walking by faith. There's no need to suffer 30-something years, 40-something years because you chose to disobey God. Meaning the sin of unbelief. So I practiced very hard to obey God the first time. All right? Day 308, one choice can change your life. One choice. Not 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. One choice. In particular, the thing that God told you to do, one choice can change your life. For the good and also for the bad. This is your man Earl, day 308, one choice. Study these texts, Deuteronomy chapter 1, beginning with verse 19. And also take a look at Numbers chapter, just kind of depends, chapter 10. 11 through 14 and verse 45. And you find this throughout kind of the numbers, you know, chapters 10, 11, 12, 13, depending on what part you want to read. But I want to just challenge you. Make the right choice in faith, by faith. We walk by faith, not by sight. All right? Get in that word. Day 308, November 4th. Peace.